Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Building Aquarium Workshop, and today's episode we are talking about the Neolamprologus tretocephalus. As you can see, there's a juvenile here. He's about maybe a couple inches almost. We got him about a couple months ago. We set up this tank 2 months ago, which you can see. That's one of our other videos, how to set up a 75-gallon Lake Tanganyika show tank, which this is. And we have 5 fish in here. We highlighted the Neolamprologus kendallii, as you can see right there, as well. And we have the tretocephalus. He's one of my favorite cichlids. A lot of people compare him to the frontosa because of the look, that bluish look with the 5 bars, dark bars. They're different than the frontosa. They don't, you can see, so he's starting to get a little aggressive, yeah, with this attenuatus. Oh, all right, there you go. Now, that's the first time I've seen that. He's usually pretty high up. The first day he was bothering this Lamprologus cylindricus, who's on the right over here. And then after that first day, the cylindricus has been, chasing him around, keeping him up pretty high in the tank. And so the tretocephalus seemed pretty mellow. But as he gets bigger, and I would assume as he gets toward, they can get up to 6 inches. I wouldn't be surprised if he got about 5 inches in this tank. That he gets more and more aggressive. They are not a torpedo-looking fish like some of these other Lamprologines. They get a little deeper body. They obviously don't get anywhere near the size of a frontosa. And they're not like fish that go in a colony. They actually are very aggressive towards each other, so that's why I'm only keeping one of each fish in here. I'm not looking to breed. If you get a pair, that's great. Otherwise, these fish, you want to keep them in onesies, unless you have a really huge tank, then maybe you could get away with more of them. But in this tank, a 75-gallon, one is all we need. In fact, when these fish all get full grown, that's going to be about it. Now, stats about our Neolamprologus tretocephalus. So I already told you about the size. They obviously have 5 bars. They look similar to the Sex fasciatus. Neolamprologus Sex fasciatus is the yellow version with 6 bars. They are substrate spawners. They spawn in caves. And the males get a little bit larger than the females, supposedly. I don't know. I don't think I've had more than one at a time. And so that, but either way, it's going to be difficult to sex this fish to try to get a pair. So it's not something I'm trying to accomplish here. This is just a show tank, so I can't wait till all these fish get full grown size. It'll be pretty awesome. Now, he makes a great addition because he has that blue, that stark contrast, that blue with the dark bars, whereas a lot of these other fish are a little bit more earth toned. So he stands out that way. But also the thing about Lake Tanganyikans really is their shapes, their character, and how they interact with their environment. That's one of the best thing. If you're a cichlid fan, a lot of cichlid fans end up being African cichlid fans, and especially Lake Tanganyika cichlid fans, because they like the variety. There's so much variety in that lake. It has the smallest cichlid, and it's home to the largest cichlid as well. And you've got some of these great fish like this. This is a Lamprologine tank. So you've got Neolamprologus, 2 of those. You've got a Lamprologus, you've got an Neolamprologus, and you've got a Neolamprologus, okay? They're all Lamprologines. A lot of these Lamprologines have that torpedo shape. They have that nice sloped head, but not all of them. And you can see the Tret, and here he goes getting all frisky again with the attenuatus. You can start vying for space. Probably going to put some more rocks in this tank to help out. I probably will not break up any of the space. The tank has been set up like this. I have not moved the rocks around too much. And these guys have kind of settled in. And actually, they've kind of changed. The cylindricus was over to the left. And now, if you can see him, he's kind of to the right now over here. Which is quite funny. I'm not sure, because the kendallii was keeping that space. He ruled the whole tank until recently. The Neolamprologus attenuatus started sticking up for themselves. And he started keeping this side over here, which is kind of helping out the tretocephalus and the kelvis, because they are not getting harassed as much. It's funny to see the behaviors and the dynamics in an aquarium as these fish grow, and that's what I am accommodating for, because when you're into these cichlids, they are very aggressive, and there you go. You can see the attenuatus and the kendallii going at it. And they're very aggressive, and relationships change. 1 minute, one fish is ruling the tank. The next minute, he's not the alpha male. So you never know. And so giving them lots of... Okay, so there's a good shot of our Neolamprologus tretocephalus. And these fish are mainly carnivores, but do need a little bit of vegetable matter. And that's one thing I also set up in the 75-gallon show tank is the two predatory Lamprologines are obviously piscivores. They love their meat, and the Calvus, same thing. He's basically a carnivore. And the only one that's probably more of an omnivore is probably the Cylindricus, but he eats a fair amount of meat. I feed these fish mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, as well as, and I've been giving them recently baby brine shrimp, as I have a breeder pair of Lamprologus ocellatus below, and I've been hatching brine for babies that they had, and so they love their baby brine. Other than the Kendall eye, he doesn't really notice them. But these guys, even the tretocephalus, eats baby brine. Then I give them the cichlid lover's delight. That's frozen food as well. They love it. There's also a cichlid pellet and cichlid flake food that I give them as well. So they get, as you can see, a big variety of foods. And that's what you want to do with fish. Even if they're meat eaters, you want to give them as much variety as possible. Here you go, got some good view. He's been... If you saw it earlier, he's been going at it. The tretocephalus has been going at it with this attenuatus over here. There's the attenuatus. And so, yeah. So there you go. Try to get a better view for you. He's a little bit shy. He knows we're looking at him. And then the Lamprologus Cylindricus is coming up saying, "Hey, get up there, buddy." That relationship hasn't changed, but I'm sure it will. All the fish looking at me because they want to be fed. They're like, okay, are you going to feed us or not? They've already been fed. They'll get their second feeding a little bit later. So there's the Lake Tanganyika tank with the Neolamprologus tretocephalus. All right, everybody, I hope you found this video interesting, and we just are going to be spotlighting all of these fish. So we did the Kendall line, now this is the tretocephalus, and as they grow, we'll be periodically checking in and showing them how they look and how their habits have perhaps changed, their behaviors, maybe who's running the tank, so forth. And so there it is. There's our fish that we spotlighted today, the Neolamprologus tretocephalus in all its grandeur and beauty in our 75-gallon Lake Tanganyika show tank. All right, folks, if you found the video interesting, please hit a like. And if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and have a great day.